Hello learners, welcome back to Constant Learners. In today's video, we are discussing the outer join operation in relational algebra. Outer joins let us see all records from one or both the tables even if they don't fully match. That means matching of records from the tables is not mandatory. Unlike inner joins, right? Which only returned records that have matches in both the tables. Outer joins bring in records even if they don't have a matching pair in the other table. This is crucial when you want to capture unmatched or incomplete data. Why? Because it means we don't lose any information just because a piece might be missing on one side. Outer joins come in three main types: left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. Left outer join returns all records from left table. This is important. It returns all records from left table plus the matching records from the right table, whichever matches to the left table from the right table. Then right outer join returns all records from the right table plus whatever matches from the left table. And full outer join returns all records from both the tables, matching wherever possible. And wherever it does not match, that record is also available in the table, but how it works out, that we will see with the help of an example. Alright? Let's explore all the three joins using the doctor and patient tables. Now, the doctor table lists doctors by the doctor ID and the doctor name. And the patient table has patient ID, patient name and the doctor ID of the doctor that are assigned to these particular patients. Now, in case of the patient table, you will see that the patient P3 Carol has been assigned Dr. D4. However, in the doctor table, there is no record of Dr. D4. Alright, so in this case where the data does not match, what happens, that we will discuss with the help of these examples. First one is left outer join. Now what is the meaning of left outer join? See, here we have doctor, left outer join, patient. Now the symbol for left outer join is like this: X, then these two boxes and then two lines are protruding on the left side, right? Now left outer join, in this the left table is the doctor table, right? So the doctor table will be completely present in the output. This is what we discussed, right? In left outer join, the left table will be completely present in the output. Now in the doctor table we have D1 Dr. Smith, we have that in the output. D2 Dr. Lee is present in the output, and D3 Dr. Patel is also present in the output because the entire left table will be present in the output. Now as far as the right table is concerned, in this case the right table is the patient table, right? So from the patient table we are only going to include the matching values. Alright, let's see how. See here for Dr. D1, we have patient P1 Alice. So here we will get P1 and here Alice. I'm writing in short A. Okay. Then for Dr. D2 here we have patient P2 Bob. So for D2 we will write P2 and the patient is Bob. Now here in the doctor table we have the Dr. D3. But in the patient table we have no patient who is assigned to Dr. D3. Right? So thus for D3 we will have no values in the patient columns, right? So here we will have null and here also we will have null because no patient has been assigned to Dr. D3 and thus the values in the patient table for this particular entry will be null, right? So this is left outer join. In this case, the left table, that is the doctor table, will have all the entries and whichever entries in the doctor table are matching with the table on the right hand side, that is with the patient table, those will be included in the output. For the rest of the unmatched entries, we will have null values, right? Now the same thing happens in the right outer join with only one simple difference, that in this case we will look at the right side table, right? All the entries from the right table will be present in the output, and as far as the left table is concerned, we will only include the matching entries. Alright, now here also, if you see, the symbol is an X box and two lines are protruding on the right hand side. So the lines on the right hand side show that we are performing the join, that is right outer join, right? Now in this case, first we'll take the patient table. The patient table will be completely present here. So we have patient P1 Alice. P1 is Alice and she is assigned to Dr. D1. Then we have P2 Bob. So here we'll get P2 Bob and he is assigned to Dr. D2. Then we have patient P3 Carol. So here we get patient P3 whose name is Carol and she is assigned to Dr. D4. Right? So the right table is done now, which is the patient table. This is completely done. We have included the entire table in the output. Now we have to match these entries with the left table. The left table in this case is the doctor table. Alright, so we have to match the patient table entries with the doctor table. Now here, Dr. D1. Dr. D1 is Dr. Smith. Right? So the doctor name will be Smith. Then for Dr. D2, we have Dr. Lee, right? So here we get Dr. Lee. Now in case of D4, here we have D4. In the doctor table, we have no entry for Dr. D4, right? That means there's no entry available for this Dr. D4 in the doctor table. So the entries are not matching. And when the entries do not match, we put null. Right? Is that clear? Fine. Now, for full outer join. The full outer join symbol is an X box with the protruding lines on both the sides. When it is on both the sides, this means we have to do a full outer join. Now, in case of full outer join, all the entries from the doctor table as well as all the entries from the patient table will be present in the output, right? So let's start with the doctor table first. We have D1, Dr. Smith. So we have D1 and the doctor name is Smith. D2 is Dr. Lee and D3 is Dr. Patel, right? So the doctor table is done. Now we will match the entries. For D1, we have the patient P1 Alice. So here we'll get patient P1 Alice. For D2, we have patient P2 Bob. So here we get P2 and Bob. Now for Dr. D3, there are no entries, so the values will be null. Correct? Now, in case of patient table, these two entries are present in the output, but the entry for P3 is still pending, right? And for full outer join, both the tables, that is the doctor table as well as the patient table, will be completely present in the output. So we have to put this entry also, that is patient P3, whose name is Carol, has the doctor assigned as Dr. D4. Alright, but the entry for this doctor is not present in the doctor table, and thus the doctor's name will stay null. So that was full outer join. So full outer join includes all records from both the tables, that is the doctor table as well as the patient table. We see that Dr. Patel has null values in the patient column because Dr. Patel has not been assigned any patients in the patient table. As well as Carol, patient P3 Carol, has null in the doctor name column. Why? Because the entry for Dr. D4 is not present in the doctor table. Alright, this is useful for comprehensive data retrieval because here it ensures that no data is left behind. If you see, all the entries from both of these tables are present in the output. Alright, so to summarize, outer joins are incredibly useful when you need to capture unmatched data across the tables. Alright, left outer join is great when you need all the records from the left table with nulls filling in the missing matches from the right. Similarly, Right outer join records all the records from the right table with null values filling in the left hand side missing matches, right? And full outer join is a complete set from both the tables, including all of the unmatched data. In scenarios like patient-doctor assignments or other relational data, outer joins ensure that we don't overlook any records just because a matching relationship is missing. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope now you have a clearer understanding of outer joins and how they handle missing data. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on our latest tutorials. And as always, drop your questions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.